Okay, so as I asked you earlier over text, if you wanted me to explain the bullshit, you said yes, so I will attempt to explain the bullshit. So, in the world of Assassin's Creed, there is sort of a parallel faction system going on beneath the veneer that nobody knows about. It started off over 75, no, over 80,000 years ago, with the Isu, also referred to as the Ancient Ones, the Precursors, a bunch of other names. They're called the Isu. They're referred to as aliens in the wiki, but it's not clear that they come from somewhere else, some other planet, or if this was their original planet. They are a very advanced race that are quite tall, very shiny whenever we see them or memories recordings of them. It is described that they are more intelligent. They have very advanced technology that they've been supposedly developing for thousands of years, and they seem to perceive time differently than humans. In this fiction, the Isu create the humans because they want a slave race. Why they don't just build robots, I don't know. But the Isu create humans. They create humans with a specific trait, or they have some kind of mechanism that allows the Isu to control them. They control them using the pieces of Eden, also known as apples of Eden, also known as artifacts, to control the puny little humans. Some of the Isu do not agree with what their fellow Isu have done in making a slave race. Also, it's intimated that, like we were previously dumb apes, they took the dumb apes and made them smart enough to be their slave race. So there was some existing species on Earth that they modified. Um, so in protest, the Isu who don't agree with this path create Isu-human hybrids. Apparently, these are assigned. The first two are assigned the names of Adam and Eve from the Christian mythology, and they escape the original city with an apple of Eden, one of the pieces of Eden, and eventually beget the bloodline that leads to the Hidden Ones and later the Assassins. Um, so this will come up later. Then a solar flare kills most of life on Earth in 75,000 BC. The remaining Isu and humans work together to rebuild, and basically we haven't met. Okay, I stopped playing after Assassin's Creed 2 Revelations. So from 3 to like the Victorian England one, I didn't play those, so I was mostly just skimming. Um, but I don't know if we've seen a living Isu. It's mostly recordings, or they've like attached their consciousness to objects or computers or other shit. I don't know. But humans survive, and the legend lives on because the Isu had god names like Osiris and you know uh, Zeus and whatever else. So uh, eventually, the Order of the Ancients, which develops into the Knights Templar, which develops into Abstergo, they group up. They figure that humans, because they were originally a slave race, they cannot be trusted to govern themselves. They must be controlled and guided to develop a proper civilization. They want to find the artifacts and control people. The assassins are like, no, my free will, um, and try to find the artifacts before the Order of the Ancients, Knights Templar, Abstergo do. So then you get to Desmond. This is the very simplified version. I'm skipping over a lot of shit. Then you get to Desmond. Desmond is the end result of a long line of assassins who are who were descended from Adam and Eve, who have the Isu blood within them, and so are resistant or immune to the pieces of Eden effects. They cannot be mind controlled, which is important. Um, so what he was talking about in that recording that we listened to in the last video, he grew up in essentially an assassin's outpost. His father is William, uh, and like they were like, you had the bloodline, you were able to resist the pieces of Eden. You shall be an assassin, and he objected to this. He runs away and gets captured by Abstergo almost immediately. Um, so the way the Animus works originally is that it had to have a living descendant of whoever's memories you were trying to look into. It would then do some magic woobity woo and be able to reconstruct the memories of their direct ancestor. Okay? That's why they needed Desmond. So they run around basically trying to find pieces of Eden. Shit happens. It turns out there's going to be another solar flare, and the only way that they can prevent it is Desmond has to sacrifice himself, but Juno will go free. Juno is one of the Isu who, I don't know if she's still living so much as like kind of a ghost. It's weird. So Desmond goes, aha, I shall sacrifice himself. So he's dead now. Juno goes free, gets up to some shit, but we haven't heard from her in a while. And I don't know if they've just completely abandoned the storyline, because there was also weird pyramid temples around the world that had power sources. I don't know. Okay, then we get to Layla. This is Layla. Layla originally applied to work for Abstergo, not knowing that they were Knights Templar. Really wants to be on the Animus Project. She eventually comes up with the portable Animus, which is what that is. Doesn't involve all the wires and kit that the one in the lab did originally. She develops that. Also, at the same time, makes it so that you do not have to have a direct descendant plugged in. All you have to do is plug this thing in to a corpse. And then you can read the memories of that corpse. It. So anyway, she finds Bayek's mummy, Bayek and Aya. They were the start of the Hidden Ones in Egypt, Alexandria. Aya is the direct descendant of Cassandra and Darius. Darius is her grandfather. She has a lot of really powerful shit going on. Anyway, so she finds Bayek's mummy, is able to plug into him. Abstergo takes issue with her going rogue, tries to kill her. She goes, oh, they're bad now. Cool. Assassins find her. And get her out of there. Then she's working with a crew of, I think, not directly assassins, but like other ex-Abstergo people. And she's going after Cassandra. So in this case, they didn't find the body of Cassandra. They found a weapon with her DNA on it. They plugged the weapon into the Animus. This is apparently enough for her special improved Animus. And they are able to read Cassandra's memories. So the other thing to know about the Animus is that there's this thing called the bleeding effect. Basically, by reliving the memories of these assassins you're stepping into, you gain a certain amount of their abilities, just like muscle memory. So Layla has effectively had 2 careers of killing people experience under her belt now. Just from operating the Animus. Okay. I'm skipping over so much shit. So, they find Atlantis, because of course they do. Because that's an Isu-based town, city. I haven't finished that DLC, whatever. She gets the Staff of Hermes from Cassandra. Cassandra shows up in present day. She is still alive because as long as you hold the Staff of Hermes, it will make you immortal. However, as soon as you transfer ownership of it, you will instantly age to wherever kind of dead you were supposed to be. So once Cassandra hands off the Staff of Hermes to Layla, who is some kind of chosen one, Cassandra dies. The staff begins affecting Layla, and she kind of briefly goes on a murderous rampage and kills the doctor that was overseeing her in that previous team. Previous team abandoned her. She is now with the Assassins proper. These two are the handlers from Assassin's Creed 2. That's why I recognize them. They are beloved characters from Assassin's Creed 2 who helped Desmond. So the Staff of Hermes is another ECU artifact. We don't know what all it does. It seems to just do whatever it needs to be done. And Layla is not looking well. She is looking very beat up from the last time we have seen her. And she's smoking now, so she is apparently not doing well with her stewardship of the staff. Also, the staff contains the memories and/or identity and/or mind of another Isu who was one of the rebel Isu, who was going against Juno et al. Okay. How long did that take? 10 minutes. Okay. That is literally the shortest I can do. So now the assassins are trying to probably... Oh, and Cassandra asked Layla to destroy all of the artifacts, all of the Isu artifacts. So I'm guessing... They haven't said what their purpose in digging up the old Viking is, but I'm guessing the purpose is because the Viking found an artifact and they're trying to destroy it. Okay. Oh, and you saw that there's now magnetic weird woobity woos happening, so we're probably gonna have to save the world again.
You mind if I put some music on? Go for it. Cool.
I can't move. Why are we stuck here? Oh, that's that. Okay. So let's go back to the computer, because I don't think we finished that. So yeah, it's a new thing that the Animus doesn't need a direct descendant, and it sort of breaks the previous rules, but it's because Layla is brilliant and made the new Animus.
Hold on, I'll just set this here.
Do you guys record everything we talk about?
Not everything, but you've been using the Animus so much, I thought this was a good chance to learn some things about prolonged exposure.
So I'm your guinea pig.
No, my guinea pigs are all dead. The Animus was too much for them to handle.
Cute.
Can I ask you about the bleeding effect? Any recent flashes? Any memories resurfacing?
Yeah, the usual things. Ghost images of Altair and Ezio a few times a day. Nothing intrusive, just brief moments. They pass quickly, almost without me noticing. Like a figure in the corner of my eye. Or remembering a dream from the night before. I did have one extended hallucination a few days ago. It was Ezio. He was older, around the time he left Cappadocia. He was standing on the deck of a ship, alone. And through him, I could feel an intense regret or guilt. And it felt to me like he'd had a loss of faith in himself, in the creed, like he couldn't keep it up. Couldn't stay true to his ideals. And as I watched him, I thought, is this the moment he decided he was done being an assassin? It felt like it. Anyway, most of my visions have been brief, lasting just a few seconds. They're like complete memories of small moments that appear suddenly out of nowhere, fully formed. It's a strange feeling.
Okay, anything else?
I'm starting to see Connor now, too. Though I hear his voice more often than I see him. I'm sure that will change. Oh, yeah, and yesterday, just before bed, I had a memory of being on a beach in the Caribbean with a bunch of sailors. Or maybe they were pirates. I don't know. No idea.
Huh, we'll look into that. And how do you feel in general?
In general? Well, I feel older, for one. Much older. And it's strangely comforting. I'm collecting the memories and skills and thoughts of so many people. I feel like I've lived a few hundred years or more. Is it possible that if I do this for too long, it'll push my own memories aside? That I'll be everyone but myself after a while?
It's possible. That's called identity substitution. It's happened before, but it's rare. And someone with your background shouldn't need to worry.
My background? You mean someone with my genes? My abilities?
You have Isu DNA, and that lets you see things and do things and withstand traumas that other people can't.
And I can suffer in ways that others can't. That's not something to be proud of.
You mean the apple?
Yeah. It has a pull, Bex. It tugs at my brain. It talks to me. Teases me. Drives me mad. And what I did to Lucy. God damn it. Nothing is worth the damage I did. The pain I caused.
I know. But you're special. That's the point.
I'm not special, Bex. I'm lucky. That's all.
I understand.
We're assassins. It's our creed that makes us different, not our genes, not our blood. Anyone can join us.
That's true. But let's leave that aside for a second. What I want to know is, have you ever had any Isu memories resurface?
Isu memories? I don't think so. I can't even begin to imagine what that would feel like.
I think you'd know if you did. Maybe one day. We might be able to induce something.
Jesus, let's fix the world first, okay? Before we start digging up my ancient ancestors.
Deal.
With my luck, I'll be related to some third-rate Isu like Sisyphus or something.
Way to aim high, buddy.
Hey, you gotta.
All right. Hopefully the explanation earlier makes that make a little more sense.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
So I'm guessing that's another Isu, which Odin, probably another Isu. Okay.
Layla, thought you might be interested in this. Conversations that Bex and I had with Desmond back in 2012. December, I think. Just candid talks, that's all. We didn't square any circles or write any beat poetry. But he did have some interesting insights into his time in the Animus and what it means to be an assassin. Anyway, have a listen. You might find you and he had similar experiences. So, well, let me know what you think. Unless it's to tell me I sound like a total prat in these recordings. If that's the case, just say nothing. I mean, I did have a slight cold at the time I recorded these. That's probably why I sound odd. Anyway, okay, I'm done anyway. So, turn off. Turn off. Oh, it's actually just a button. Sorry, here we go.
All right. Oh, God. 6 Isu temples. Isu message. Oh, and also, the Isu seem to talk whenever the person operating the Animus is looking through someone's memories. The Isu, or the recordings of the Isu, seem to talk to the person in the Animus rather than the human standing in front of them. It's a thing they do. And the person back in time will be sitting there going, "What are you talking about?" So, yeah, Isu perceive time weirdly, and they seem to be aware of when they're being observed through the Animus, through someone's memories, which is a bit weird. These... Oh, yeah. The assassins have a maxim, nothing is true, everything is permitted, which... I don't know. And then you get cryptic messages from the Isu. This is where they're talking about how their perception of time is different. Yep. Okay. On the staff. The ability to heal, repair, restore, and rejuvenate organic tissues extends the life. It's not been verified if the staff has the ability to resurrect the dead, but it seems unlikely. It's a conduit or container for Alethea. It's not known if it's a simulation. She is the heir of memories, the chosen one. Don't know what that means. So they're somewhere in New England, not Canada. So she killed Victoria. Okay. Locales of note, assassin bureaus, hidden ones are at this point. Um, so the hidden ones left with the Romans several hundred years before the hidden ones returned to England. It may be that Basim and Hytham are the first. They give the bureau locations. These won't be the Saxon names. You'll have to read between the lines. Yeah, the Angles are not there, but the Saxons are, and that's how you get Anglo-Saxon. Animus anomalies. Bex notices about 10 embedded in simulation. They're dense clusters of data that may screw with your ability to navigate Ivor's memories. Approach with caution. We don't know what they'll do. They may be harmless. They may induce occipital shock or wipe your mind. Hard to say. Best to err on the side of hell no. We don't know of any ECU artifacts you should be looking for specifically, but they're out there, and this is a period where they often cropped up in legend. Norse and Saxon songs and tales speak of them often, so keep your eyes peeled, especially around Stonehenge. How could that not be an ECU site? Grumbles an anthropologist. Okay. Or the Ancients and the Templars. Uh, it's commonly known the origin of the Knights Templar is this date. Records attest to the existence of Templar ages at least 2 centuries before this date, so around the time of Ivor. And more badly dated document, an assassin's contract from Normandy. The author makes free use of the term Templar. Hidden one in modern day Dorset. Mention the Templar spy within the ranks of the Brotherhood. We can assume the Templar Order as an entity distinct from the Order of the Ancients existed. Oh, poor Sean. Sean began the first of his 7 sessions. Over the course of the next 3 weeks, he followed various matrilineal and patrilineal lines from the past. In search of assassins or Templars in his bloodline, he found none. Of minor interest was the following personage, here noted for the peculiarity of his biography. A Jute who sailed from modern-day Denmark with a wooden plank bearing the carving of a map purported to mark the location of Thor's hammer. I bet you this will be a side quest. Stavanger before running afoul of a powerful clan. Defeated in battle and enthralled. Escaped from captivity. Thor's hammer, a precursor relic. Later sailed to England following the Normans' conquest of the island, settling that a man named Hastings would contain no useful genetic memory regarding the Norman invasion of England in 1066 was not lost on our dear subject. Because the Battle of Hastings. Okay. From unknown sender to Layla. You have a gift and a curse. The gift of old blood, the curse of not understanding it. We can help you if you help us. What you did is not your fault, but you must take responsibility for it. Otherwise, nothing gets done. One of us will contact you. If you miss us, you miss your chance. Who the fuck is this? Would your favorite baseball team happen to be the Atlantis Eagles? Oh, it starts at the bottom. I'm sorry. To Layla, one last message. Air of Memories title. Earth's magnetic field is growing stronger. Satellites are falling from the sky. Earthquakes, famines. Deadly virus sweeping through Asia. In past few months, we've come across something that may help us solve our most pressing problems. I'm ready. Good. So she joins the assassins. From Remy Hassan to late. Oh, down at the bottom. Remy. Things got out of hand with the group. I guess this is her brother. Yeah. They mentioned COVID. Okay. Alright. I don't have COVID. I'm well isolated. Thanks for clearing up in such profound detail. Yeah. Alright. So I think that's everything. And we can get back into the Animus. Poor Hastings didn't have any from the Norman conquest. Well. So yes. Hopefully that clears up some info about what the fuck's going on.
All right, time to go. Norway to England takes about a week by long ship, so I'll scrub ahead. Layla, you okay?
Sorry. Can you play the message again?
We have the transcript if you're looking for something. I can
No,
go and...
I want to hear it.
Okay.
I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just... that message led us here. To this place. To a Norse grave in North America. So those bones out there are the only lead we have. Our only chance at fixing this planet before it's too late.
Here it is.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
Unsettling, that is.
That pulse in the message. Are you sure it's just coordinates? Nothing else?
Nothing I can find.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go.
All right. We're also unsure if Ivor is has the special Isu bloodline. She may not. All it does really is make you resistant to the artifacts. That seems like not a lot of people.
England, our new home.
Not a patch on Norway, but we'll make this land our own soon enough.
I'm glad to see any land at all. And will be happy to have my feet on solid ground again.
We must not rush our landing. All you see here is Saxon territory. The Kingdom of Mercia, largely unpacified. There will be eyes watching us from the trees, with bows drawn and traps set. We must be wary. Randi, dig in your oars! All standing!
Have you spotted something?
Not yet. But let us go ahead to clear the path of any dangers. Then follow our lead when the sun brushes the horizon.
Understood. May Thor bless you all on your way. We will see you soon.
Sail on!
Yes, I'm ready for whatever these green-thumbed fairy folk have to throw at us.
Sigurd, do the sons of Ragnar know that we're coming?
They do not. But they will not scoff at our visit. Of the 4 kingdoms in England, the sons of Ragnar have settled only one. The rest is ripe for the taking.
Do we mean to join their army?
No! No! We will speak with them, get the lay of the land, and carve this country into as many pieces as we see fit.
Look ahead there! Is that what passes for a town? Plain brick in a single rune to their timid god?
That rune is called a root, Dag. The cross upon which their god was sacrificed. It sits atop a monastery, a place of worship.
That cross killed their Christ, and now they display it in worship? Bizarre.
We carve idols of our gods and make wishes before them. Like our sacrifices to Odin, the One-Eyed.
But we do not worship the wolf that kills him. That is the difference.
Whatever strangeness we see in these Saxons, they must think the same of us.
The hammer! Now there is a symbol worthy of a god. A bolt of lightning would take that cross clean off.
I'm not driving, so I assume we're just having story time. Let me do my skills, though.
Look there! What are they doing?
Ritual drowning.
Listen, Dag. Are the ways of Christians really so unfamiliar to you?
Not at all. I simply forgot. And someone has to keep the conversation up. It must be priests and worshippers alone in that place. We could storm this port with ease. Sack it without breaking a sweat.
Is there much in the way of treasure there?
Always! They shape precious metals and cut jewels to their gods. There will be a fortune there.
Later, Dag. There will be time enough for raiding, once we have settled.
Ritual drowning is pretty good.
Come to, stop the boats. Pull up over there. The way forward is blocked by a chain spanning the river. We must remove it before pressing on.
A chain? Can we cut through it?
It's too thick for access. But there must be a way to release it, somewhere in that camp.
I will go.
And I will be right behind you.
No, Dad. You stay here. Should trouble come our way, I want you defending the ship.
A good idea. Send out the arrow and keep your sharpest axe at hand, huh?
Something like that.
Alright. So many arrows.
They will attack on sight here.
I believe he faces away once he gets parked. Yeah. No! That was not what I meant to do. I pressed it too early.
This chain is huge and poorly anchored, it appears. I might be able to shoot it.
Not much longer, Cole.
Nope, not much longer at all. Alright. The, murder them with axe and assassinate them with hidden blade is the same button. Which makes it slightly problematic. On occasion. Nope, okay, fine. Just get... Alright. Was ist das? I'm surprised she can read this, because theoretically it should be a completely different language. Forthcoming incursions. Too bad. Alright. Was ist das? Titanium. Okay. Eh? No. Oh. Oh, there's a... Hold on. How did he not see me killing all of his dudes? Alright. There. Now. Oh, I can sprint crouch. Oh, that's weird. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alright. And...
The path is clear.
The chain is away. Hey, boy, back to the boat. We should be close by. Surprises.
Alright, back to my spot. Back to my spot.
Fine work.
I say we go back, Sigurd. Give those dogs a good knock around and take whatever treasures they have. Easy pickings.
Not today, Dag. We press on until we reach our goal. We cannot afford another surprise. Now be on your guard. It should not be far.
Gods, I'm ravenous. I hope they have food and ale on hand when we arrive. You should have sent word ahead of us, Sigurd, to get something on the spit.
If Halfdan, Ubba, and Ivar Ragnarsson are lacking food in England, then all of us will starve. Have no worry.
Ah, I can see it now. A suckling pig, tender and juicy. And ale as gold as the treasures that we failed to steal back there.
A man of simple pleasures, aren't you, Dag?
And he is for it. For my part, I look forward to standing in the footsteps of the giants that built this land.
What giants?
The great Romans and their empire. Giants of a forgotten age. They held dominion here long ago, and their ruins dot the landscape. Every brick and stone tells a story of conquest and glory. And now, they are rubble and ash.
Ready to be remade. We will rebuild their empire, brick by brick, and ours will not crumble to dust.
All things end, Dog. The ruins are not a warning. They're a testament. Look there, just ahead, where the sons of Ragnar make their camp.
At last, to find our feet on steady ground.
Sigurd, hold back. Something isn't right.
Good eye. There's too little movement for an army. Only tents and a few men.
Not the army we hope to find?
No. Let us get a closer look.
I'm still not in charge of steering the boat.
Those are not Norsemen. They're too ragged and soiled.
We should proceed on foot, lest they stop the boats.
Dag and I will go together.
We all go. If they are friends, I wish to meet them as a Jarl. And if they are foes, then we fight them all together. Who are these men?
They speak with twisted accents. English, no doubt.
Dag, Eivor! On me!
I would if I could move.
Oi, what's this? A mess of filthy Danes befouling our riverways? You there? Give us your name.
I am Sigurd Jarl of Fornberg. And you are...
Men who do not take kindly to Dane invaders creeping into our camp. You'd best move along, pagan. Spare yourselves a slaughter.
You threaten Norsemen with a play of swords and expect us to cower?
I have been 8 days at sea without a drop of blood to wet my axe. So spare the chatter, buckraut, and draw your weapon.
What language are we speaking?
Let's finish them!
Oh, right. Okay. See, this is why armies had colors, because I can't keep track of who my dudes are. You next. Oh, you have slings? How cute. Hi. Yeah, I thought so. Where's the arrows? Come here.
All of you, I want no more surprises.
Right. I will check the longhouse.
Alright. Food! Alright. No? Okay.
Nothing to see here. All good.
Excuse me. Longhouse, that one up there. Just looking around for treasure. We're about to have to build a settlement, I think, so we will need all the treasure we can find. That's what the supplies are for, I think. But yeah, this seems like the Norsemen have been run out of town. Which is a little bit troubling. Ugh, to have trees like that. Alright. Oh dear.
Eivor, look at this.
A noise trap. Might be something inside. I will have a look.
Wait. Who are you? Are you with those brigands as well?
Sigurd, Dag, in here. Those men had prisoners.
Yeah. It seems an awful lot like, the Danes have been run out of town.
You there! Untie us! Let us walk and we will not hurt you!
Quite bold in those bindings. I like your spirit.
We are very agreeable people, I promise. You need not kill us.
Peace, friend. We have no need or wish to hurt you. What are your names?
Yenli. I'm a merchant, not a bandit like those others. And this is Rowan.
Rowan, that's right. I'm a stable hand, that's all. I keep horses and, well, I did, till those brigands sold them off.
They meant to sell us next, as slaves to the nearest speeder. But I ripped their eyes out before I let that happen.
And how did you find yourselves here?
We came to trade with the Sons of Ragnar, at Halfdan Jarl's asking. But they were gone when we arrived.
Unbind them. You know the Sons of Ragnar?
Aye. Sold many a mare and stallion to the brothers. Good men. Always paid me fair.
From the look of this camp, they've been gone for some time. Where will you go now? What will you do?
Rebuild my stocks, start anew. I have friends and allies across the land to aid me, but it won't be easy.
Every town and village needs a stable to keep horses fit and trim. I'll find my footing again. Somewhere.
What are you thinking?
Tag.
Skills as we get settled. Having access to trade and someone to tend our mounts would be a boon.
My thoughts as well. Any friend of the Ragnarsons is a friend of mine. Right, Dag?
Whatever you think is best, Sigurd.
Dag is not for the thinking.
Janli, Rowan, I am Sigurd Jarl of Thornberg, son of Styrbjörn. This is Eivor and Dag. Both of you are free to go, but more than welcome to stay if you're willing to pull your weight.
We'd be happy to, if only to get back on our feet.
Then let it be done. The Raven clan welcomes you. From strangers into friends, into family. The others have arrived. Come.
I have a good feeling about this place.
So we're just gonna take over their camp? Okay.
Honored family, friends, welcome to your new home.
But what happened to the Sons of Ragnar? I don't know about her, the wife. She's a wild card. Because she made a political marriage, intending to become a queen, and now the land she was going to be queen over was taken away from her. I'm not sure about her. And she has a very detailed model, and I don't know. I feel like she may figure prominently, either positively or negatively, in the future. And I'm not sure which it is. She's in a position to betray her husband, for sure.
Fine work. A longhouse to rival any I've seen. Now come. Randvi has found something I would like you to see.
Eivor, Sigurd, I give you England and its 4 kingdoms. Mercia, East Anglia, Northumbria, and Wessex. From the few plans and maps I discovered here, I believe the Sons of Ragnar have pushed further into Mercia, here. My scouts will soon tell me if I am correct.
And where are we?
Here, in this unnamed copse of trees.
Unnamed? We cannot let that stand. What will we call this place?
I might have an idea. Ravensthorpe, the village of ravens.
I like it. The poet in you sings once again. One day this name will be known throughout all of England.
A name is only a beginning. If we want renown, we must build, expand.
Agreed. We should begin with a forge. Can you help Gunnar get working again?
We'll need cargo, supplies.
For that our neighbors will provide, whether they wish to or not.
Scarcely arrived, and now we must raid.
We cannot master this land merely by asking.
I'll go and speak with Gunnar now.
Good work, my dear. And what else have you found?
Short notes, mostly. Scraps of plans, old letters. A few runestone messages. It took some time to decipher the mess and piece it all back together.
And... or we just don't know yet. Yeah, I don't know about her. I don't know. She's in a weird position for sure because she's not in love with Sigurd. She made a political marriage. She uprooted and followed him. I just don't know. I don't know about her. Beautiful tree, though.
Not a bad place, Eivor. Not at all.
A lot of snow, let me tell you what.
Can I help you with anything?
Sigurd wants your forge up and running as soon as possible. For that, we need supplies and riches.
Ah, you mean to go a Viking then? Good, good. How I miss those days. Ransacking and pillaging. Blade singing and shield splintering.
I would ask you to join us, but you're the only blacksmith we have. We cannot afford your loss.
Oh, it's no bother. It's better I forge axes than swing them. My place is here, not pulling on the oar of a river horse. Though you do remind me, I found a map among the bandits' rubbish, marked up with the locations of Saxon monk huts.
Yes, bandits know as well as we do. Monasteries are full of riches and loot.
Take the map with you. and put it to better use than they did.
Okay. What do we think? Only a week to get here, though. That's not too bad. Huh. Well, it's almost an hour. So, I think I'll cut it here for the evening, and we will be back to go a Viking later.